Keilim Perkaf Bed, Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah, in the 22nd chapter of Masechet Keilim. The Mishnah says the following: Safsal. Safsal is like normally it's a shelf or bench. Safsal in modern Hebrew is a bench. That's a safsal. Okay, so if you have a bench, but here it's exactly the same thing. Daf rachab ve'aroch, a wide, long daf, like a plank, piece of wood. On one side, so you have a long plank, and on one side you have a daf, and the other side, to lift it from the ground. As we said, it's a bench. Okay, so that's the sasal. If you lose one leg, if it loses one leg, tahor. It's sittable. Nital hasheni. If it loses the second one, then it's also tahor. Remember, in the case of the table, when it loses all its legs, the table you could use as like a tray, for your TV dinner. But here it's not usable at all. Okay, why? Below down the shulchan, it's not like a table. If you lose both legs of your bench, you can't sit on it anymore. It's because you're sitting on the ground, and therefore it's still tahor if it loses both. You're not going to use it as a tray. But if the bench itself, if the thickness of the board itself is a tefach, then it's still tameh. Here, if this thing is a tefach, then you can still sit on it, because it's like a little bit lifted, raised from the ground, and that's at least enough to sit on. You're not like sitting on the ground. Shrafraf is a safsal lahadom baglav shel adam. It's a bench for your feet. It's not an ottoman, but we'll see what an ottoman is. Okay. Shenita lachad mirashav tamei. If you lose, it's like a little footstool. If your footstool loses one of its heads, right, one of its legs, it's tamei, because it's still usable. Okay, it's still usable for your legs. Look at the way he describes it. Okay, you can still put it that way. Okay, and lean your feet on it, put your feet on it. Or this is actually quite good. You lose posture. I know a lot of people, they have exactly these things under their desks and they put their legs on. Somehow that's better for posture. I never really understood it. Or you could put it, I guess, a Melechet Shlomo says you can put it on one of the legs of the chair, theoretically. It's probably a pain in the neck to do it, but it's still usable. The same thing is true of the chair in front of a cathedra is a seat. Cathedra is like a throne. What we would call a lazy boy. The same thing is true of this. If one of the legs falls off, you can still turn it and put your feet on it, and therefore it's still mekabel tuma. We'll stop here, dedicate our learning. To the memory of my father, Arav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.